Welcome to Scary Hours. I thought it would be just one night. A quick camping trip deep in the forest where the trees are so thick they swallow the sky whole. The locals, bless their hearts, they tried to warn me. Don't cross the creek after sunset, they'd said, their faces serious. The woods, they wake up after dark. I just laughed it off, Chalked it up to local folklore, a fun little story to tell my friends later. What a fool I was. By midnight, my campfire had dwindled to nothing but a few glowing embers, leaving me in almost total darkness. That's when I first heard it. A sound right beyond the thin wall of my tent. It was a slow, wet, deliberate breathing. It didn't sound like any animal I knew. It sounded ... human. My own breath hitched in my throat. My heart started pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. Slowly, trying not to make a sound, I reached for the zipper on the tent flap. I pulled it down just an inch, a tiny crack to peek through. And that's when I saw it. An eye was staring right back at me. It wasn't glowing, not like a deer or a raccoon. It was a human eye, wide and unblinking in the suffocating darkness. I scrambled backward so fast I nearly ripped the tent, my heart exploding in my chest. I fumbled for my flashlight, my hands shaking so badly I could barely switch it on. Finally, a beam of light cut through the blackness. I pointed it outside, sweeping it frantically across the clearing. Nothing. There was no one there. But as the light danced across the ground, it revealed something that made my blood run cold. Footprints. A fresh trail of them, circling my tent. They were bare footprints, and they dragged at the toes, as if whatever made them was shuffling, wounded, or something else. Something unnatural. Sleep was impossible. I sat there, wide-eyed in the dark, clutching my flashlight like a weapon, listening to every snap of a twig, every rustle of leaves, convinced it was coming back. I stayed awake like that until the first, faint fingers of dawn finally pierced through the canopy. The moment there was enough light to see, I looked at my tent. It was covered, absolutely covered in handprints. Dozens of them, pressed in dark, wet mud. They were all facing inward, as if someone or something had spent the entire night pressing against the fabric, trying to feel for me, trying to find a way in. I didn't need any more convincing. I packed up faster than I ever have in my life, throwing everything into my bag without a second thought. I just had to get out of there. I was practically running, stumbling over roots and rocks, not daring to look back. But then, about halfway back to the creek, I saw something up ahead. A figure. A man, standing completely still, facing away from me, just staring at a tree. My first thought was relief. Another person. I called out, my voice hoarse. "Hey, are you okay?" He turned his head, so slowly, and that's when I saw his face. It was wrong. All wrong. It was stretched too long, too narrow.
Ow!
The skin was pale, like melted candle wax, and completely smooth. He smiled, a wide, unnatural grin that stretched from ear to ear, and in that terrifying moment, I realized it wasn't a face at all. It was a mask. The thing holding it, the dark shape behind it, simply let it drop. It fell to the forest floor with a soft thud. And behind it, there was nothing. Just an empty, consuming darkness where a face should have been. I didn't wait to see what happened next. I ran. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.